And I'm Raven.
And this is Strange Narratives. We're back.
We are back.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
It's been a roller coaster of a week.
Absolutely.
This time of year always gets just fucking hectic. There's
It's
just no
such
way
a
around
crazy
it.
time of year. I dread the holidays. I love the holidays, but I hate the holidays.
I will say working in my
I
line
hate
of
Christmas.
yeah.
Particularly.
Well, Thanksgiving's worse. Well, I actually
Yeah, I
for
don't fuck
two
with
reasons. Two different
Unless it's deep
reasons.
fried.
I will say working in my line of work has made me hate all holidays, which sucks. Yeah, that sounded painful.
Yeah, I don't miss bartending and serving during this time of year.
But
that's for sure.
Thanksgiving, crazy busy.
Yeah.
Christmas, I remember, I don't know, when I was a kid, I just remember people being so much nicer and
I think it was also just
it was
were
fake.
naive.
Well, no, I also, we were definitely naive, and I probably just didn't pay attention to a lot of the really shitty people. But I also just feel like people pretended, like they actually just tried. Like Christmas time would come around, Christmas music would start playing, Christmas lights would come out, everybody would pretend to be joyful. That died. Nobody pretends anymore. Everybody's just a fog now.
Well, I mean, considering everything that's happened in the last
True,
30-some years, I'm kind of pissy about everything too.
I'm a humbug. I'm 100% a fucking Scrooge.
I fully understand why Squidward was always pissed off, because I felt that.
I just want to be left alone in my fucking home with my flute.
My clarinet. that I
true.
played
He was a clarinet.
And then you live in between SpongeBob and Patrick. It's like,
you live between
just
a pineapple
pick up
and
the
a rock
and move the
just move them.
dude. I don't know what it is. His house.
So what are we talking about?
So this one I've actually never heard of until a couple days ago. I took a bunch of edibles and I was like laying in bed. It was like 9:00 and I came across this documentary on it and it kind of sent me down the rabbit hole. But this is about the mysterious Sydney ghost train fire. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
Okay, bet. We're gonna learn
What?
today. Yeah, it's crazy. I was like, how have I never heard of this one? So we're going international today, bitch. Down under. Rice up lights.
Oh my god.
Arr.
Oh my god. And everybody that's Australian has stopped watching this video now.
So,
bye.
Kangaroo Jack's gonna come out and beat my ass.
My favorite is say good I might.
Good eye, might. Oh, I said it, 6 times in the last 10 seconds?
Blades.
Rice up blades.
Razor blades. Oh my god.
Oh, wow. So cool. Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
I like the way you guys talk.
I love Australian accents.
Yeah, they're dope. Fucking Margot Robbie.
Oh,
Margot
right.
Robbie?
Yeah.
She's Australian. I'm like,
Oh, I don't think I've ever heard her speak in her natural accent.
I'm like, as if you weren't already
Or
perfect enough.
dialect?
Yeah, she typically does a lot of American roles, but look up her interviews and stuff.
Okay.
I'm just I love the way you talk.
I love
lady.
her. She's beautiful.
She's fucking gorgeous. But yeah, so with that, typical Taylar trigger warning.
Oh shit, I thought this was gonna be a happy one. Fuck me.
No. It starts out
The
happy.
one time I let my guards down.
I'm sorry I let you down again.
You don't let me down.
So this obviously does involve fire.
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 Oh. I actually have PTSD from
Yeah,
fire.
you do. Shit. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Hope I don't trigger you, but
It's okay.
we gonna be talking about it. And then, I guess I would say death of children and paranormal stuff. So this is not the episode for you.
Does a ghost burn a bunch
Skips,
of
and we'll see
kids
you
to
next
death?
time.
What the fuck?
I know. Sorry. Alright. So on the evening of June 19th, 1979, approximately, 35 people boarded the ghost train ride at Sydney's most famous amusement park, Luna Park, in Australia.
Oh, okay.
The park originally opened in October 1935.
Oh, so it's pretty old.
Minimal restorations and stuff were done prior to this event. So just know that. But yeah, so opened.
Fucking your face just shut. Oh, that's fucking funny.
I was buffering.
Yeah, your hamster fell off the wheel for a second.
The wheel's running. There's no hamster inside.
Oh, it's inside, but it's stuck.
Dead.
It's stuck.
It's like you in the fucking haunted house, bitch.
Oh, that was awful. Just
Tumble drying.
Yeah, just tumble drying while a clown laughs at me. Fucking nightmare.
Hail. So, but yeah, prior to this event, it was the source of a lot of family fun and adventure. The ghost train ride was obviously one of the many rides that park goers would frequent, I should say. The ride consisted of train cars that yanked riders through winding pathways and dark tunnels stretching about 180 meters.
So basically, like, was the
Like
entire ride
197
enclosed?
yards, basically. Huh?
It was like an entirely enclosed ride?
Yes, this ride specifically. It included, like, random jump scares, another haunted house,
Bullshit.
special effects.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it.
So it was like a fun, like, contrast to the other rides in the
Yeah.
park if you wanted to get a little spooked.
There's always one, like, haunted house ride at an amusement park.
Yeah, I feel like you have to. So around 10:15 p.m. that night, black clouds of smoke began billowing out of the entrance and exit of the ride, indicating that something was terribly wrong. And I guess that night, the normal attendant that would work that ride wasn't at work that night. So the stand-in, I guess, prior to the smoke billowing and stuff, they had smelled smoke. And they were kind of a little alarmed by it, but because they've never worked that ride before, they didn't really know. So they'd, like, chalked it down to being, like, a part of the ride.
True. You don't know if that's, like, the smell of some of the pyrotechnics or something. You never know.
Yeah. And I'm like, shit. So, once the smoke started physically manifesting, riders began getting evacuated from the ride. I would say come out of the tunnel. Attendants are pulling them out of the ride.
Okay.
Like, get out.
Get out.
And many of them had stated seeing empty cars inside the tunnel still.
So meaning people got out inside the tunnel?
Because initially the attendants thought they got everybody out. And then the other riders, they were like, no, like we saw, some empty train cars inside the tunnel. There has to be more people inside.
Why would you get out of the cars inside the tunnels?
So by 11:30 p.m., 7 bodies had been found inside the ride.
Fuck.
It consisted of 6 children and 1 adult who all perished. The victims were 13-year-olds Jonathan Billings, Richard Carroll, Michael Johnson, and Seamus Raleigh. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm pretty sure I did. As well as 29-year-old John Godson and his 4-year-old son Craig and his 6-year-old son Damien.
Damn.
So sad.
That's so sad.
So, initially, by investigators, it was widely believed that they had exited the trains when they realized that the ride was on fire.
Trying to find, like, a side exit.
Yeah, got, like, disoriented inside the ride. Due to the nature of the ride's construction and perished in the fire.
Did they die from the fire or the smoke inhalation?
I couldn't find an exact cause of death, but I'm assuming it's probably a combination of the two.
I would
probably say I would hope smoke before fire.
Fire is the way you go. Smoke is what actually killed most people during, like, the Salem witch trials and shit. Like, you didn't die from the actual burn. You died from the carbon monoxide.
I bet you can just, like, feel your lungs
After
fill
only, I don't remember how long it is, but after, like, a few minutes of burning, all your nerve endings are gone, so you don't even feel the pain anymore.
Well, I guess that's good news for Paul Walker, R.I.P. buddy.
Oh god, dude, that was such.
My mom called me at work. I was working at Claire's at the time, at Southlands, and my mom called me at work, and I started bawling.
Dude,
they had to send me home.
That was fucking brutal. I feel so bad for his whole family still.
So shitty.
Because he wasn't even the one fucking driving.
No,
it was his
buddy going, like, over 100 miles an hour and smashed into a fucking tree when he lost control.
They were probably dead from the impact. The fire didn't have anything to do with it.
The buddy was killed on impact. Paul Walker did not.
No.
He died burning up.
I
That's
didn't
what's
know that.
fucked. Yeah. Doesn't Also, it, like, broke my heart when I found out he was, like, into minors.
I didn't know that.
At the time of his death, he was dating, like, a 16-year-old girl.
I thought he was married with a kid.
He had a kid from a previous relationship.
Oh, but they were split up and he was... Man, see, even people that, like, we think are good,
But
nobody's
Vin
good
Diesel
anymore,
walked her
dude.
down the aisle in Paul Walker's honor.
That's
when
nice.
she got married.
They
I was
were
like-
good friends.
Yeah, they loved each other, dude.
But
That makes me sad.
That's shitty.
Um...
Anywho.
So to this day, there's no cause that's been determined for the fire. Initially, it was believed that it was either like a lit cigarette or like faulty wiring, but it's never been determined what exactly caused it. Investigations conducted in the wake of the tragedy revealed that Luna Park owners had been made aware that the ride was a fire hazard.
Yeah, there probably wasn't clearly labeled fire exits and shit.
Nope, I'm getting into it. So in
Oh.
1977, an inspection was conducted on the ride by the fire brigade, and they warned Luna Park owners the risks of the ghost train's construction. The ride was constructed of all wood, and was not equipped with emergency lighting or signage.
What the fuck?
Luna Park owners also ignored warnings to install a sprinkler system inside the ride should a fire ever break out.
So yeah, the fire just
This is
spread.
negligence. On
Yeah,
so many
this
fucking
is
levels.
they were cutting corners,
This
saving
shit's gonna
money.
piss you off. Yeah.
I'm already mad.
In May 1979, Luna Park had been issued a 12-month deadline to make these necessary
safe.
changes for safety precautions. The fire happens a month later.
Assholes, dude. Assholes.
Coroner investigation hypothesized again that it was either a lit cigarette or faulty wiring.
And I mean, at the time, there was definitely almost everybody was smoking inside. So
Yeah, I was like, no. And I was like, wait, it's 79. Everybody's smoking
Everybody's smoking
everywhere.
everywhere.
There's no fucking limits
people
to
are
that
still
shit.
falling asleep with lit cigarettes in their mouths at home because they don't know the dangers of that shit.
So, obviously, the lack of lighting, the lack of emergency signage, the confusing interior of the ride ultimately led to the chaotic confusion, leading to the extra complications with evacuating riders to safety. Fire inspector that had, again, looked at the ride in 1977 said, quote, "It was a maze. It was all timber, all painted black. As a matter of fact, even with the light on, I was bumping into walls. It was a timber ceiling, and I would have gotten lost even with the lights on. The only way I kept going was to follow the railway track."
And in the dark, you can't see that, especially if you're running from fire.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So shitty. Coroner Kevin Anderson concluded that though Luna Park owners had not followed the advice to make the necessary safety changes, breached their duty of care, he didn't feel that it was, quote, enough to support a charge of criminal negligence. To that, fuck you. Get fucked, Kevin. Kevin? What a fucking name, you bitch.
It's always Kevin's.
Yeah, fuck you. There's no way that's not negligence.
That is absolutely negligence.
You did that because you were fucking greedy.
Because, like, if they have the inspectors telling them that they need to install this stuff, then those standards are in place. This is them choosing to ignore those standards, ignore
Willingly.
those policies, and it led to the death of innocent children.
Fuck you, Kevin. And fuck
Fucking
the original
Kevin.
owners of Luna Park because
You're a
blood is on your
bitch.
fucking hands at this point. Babies.
They don't give a shit. They got more money than they could ever need.
In 1987, the National Crime Authority opened an investigation against into the disaster. And though like no new evidence was found, it was determined that the previous investigations had been inadequate or ineffective, which no fucking
shit. Yeah. What else is new?
Weird.
Cops doing a half-assed job? Who would have thought it?
Since mystery and rumors obviously still surround the tragedy even to this day, there are a couple alternative theories, and I'll only get into a couple of them. But I wanted to pop into them really fast. So the first one is arson.
Mm-hmm.
As recently as 2021, visitors and staff who were working or at the ghost train ride the night of the incident described smelling kerosene and seeing a group of men standing near the ride just before the fire broke out.
That's fucking weird.
Right? That's suspicious. They stated that they overheard the group talking about matches and kerosene to start a fire.
Okay, come on.
Allegedly, one of these men were also overheard saying you shouldn't have done that just before the fire was identified.
What the fuck? Why wouldn't they have come out and said this a long ass time ago? Why'd they wait until 2020 to fucking say this?
I'm gonna tell you, many of these witnesses felt feelings of discouragement
Oh,
after not being contacted by investigation officials to share their firsthand accounts of that night.
So the original investigators were helping them cover it up.
Sounds like it, right? Another theory involves Abraham Gilbert.
Gilbert.
You fucking bitch.
You would be a fucking Gilbert.
Saffron. I literally put in parentheses, already sounds like a bitch. Gilbert? I was feeling sassy
I love
when
when we leave. I do the same thing. I leave little notes, or I'll do like, oh, what the fuck was I saying?
I don't even remember typing that, but that's fucking
That's hilarious. Those edibles must have been kicking hard.
Oh, I tell you what. But he was a crime lord who had claimed to have hired men to start the fire. It's said that he also paid lead investigators on the case to cover it up so that he could use the Luna Park land for himself. So I'm thinking he was trying to cause a tragedy.
He was like a Scooby-Doo villain? What the fuck?
Right.
I am gonna run these people off by dressing up as a ghost and burning this train down.
In 2007, Saffron's niece said that her uncle was 100% behind the fire, but never figured anyone would die. Fucking...
Oh, yeah, because totally fires never kill
Bombastic
people.
side-eye?
Yeah.
Bull fucking shit. She later, though, recanted this statement.
Well, because, like, that's what I was going to talk about. Did you... And I know with the recent loss of your friend, this is probably going to hit really close to home. But did you hear about that fucking dude that got hit and killed by an off-duty fucking police officer? And they took his body, didn't treat him, didn't give him any medical aid, just let him die in a morgue somewhere, and then refused to do an autopsy or any investigation on it, and just buried him in an unmarked plot out in the fucking woods somewhere. His family had no idea what happened to him for months until they finally found out, and the mom was taken to this site where literally there's no name, there's no marker, it's just a number. Just a numbered fucking plot that they dumped this dude into.
What the fuck?
An off-duty cop killed him.
Can you find that?
I'm gonna, yeah.
Send it to
I'll
me?
send it to you. I'll send you the link to the Philip DeFranco video where he goes over it, because he goes into fucking mad detail about it. I love him.
I like the way that he tells things.
He does a really good job, and yeah, it's fucked up, dude. I can't even imagine.
But it is worth noting that Saffron was allegedly connected to several other fires that occurred just after the ghost train tragedy. So,
coincidence? I think not.
It's a little sus.
It's a little super sus.
Fucking Abraham Gilbert.
Gilbert?
You bitch.
Because see, how are you gonna... Saffron's a cool last name, but then your middle name is fucking Gilbert?
Your parents hated you.
They looked at him and they're like, he's gonna be too cool.
For sure.
He's gonna be too cool with just the last name of Saffron. Throw a Gilbert in there to humble this bitch.
Yeah. Humble that motherfucker right now.
Humble that motherfucker right now.
Following the fire, Luna Park did close down for about 5 years.
That's a long time.
And much of the park was demolished.
Oh, shit.
It later reopened with new owners under a different name, though they did eventually go back to the Luna Park title.
Okay.
Probably just because it held,
Yeah, sentimental value. And...
That, and I think it's just, it was so well known at that point.
Yeah.
It's like, they were probably like losing money.
True.
By changing the name. Yeah. Because people didn't know it was still the same think park. It was,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just how
Well,
I
but then at the same time, wouldn't you almost want to disassociate yourself from the park that killed a bunch of people?
I fucking would. Today, the spot where the ghost train ride once stood is now the site of the Big Top concert venue.
They didn't make it a memorial?
They do have a plaque at the Big Top concert venue, memorializing them. There's also other memorials for all the 7 victims that are located at the Art Barton Park and the Chapel of Waverly College.
Okay, so at least they
are memorialized.
They're not being
in
forgotten.
Several areas.
Because that's what bothers me about that is like, yeah, you can demolish a building and rebuild something new to, kind of move past that event.
Yeah, like the 9/11
but
memorial.
if you do not put a plaque or some way of remembering those victims, then you're literally just destroying evidence and sweeping it under the rug and hoping people just forget about the 7 people you killed.
Right.
Like, so I'm at least glad that they chose to still memorialize them in some way or another.
I think that's important. You have to. A 2021 documentary entitled "Expose: The Ghost Train Fire" on Netflix which was the one that I watched.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out. Okay.
It's really good. I highly recommend if you want like a deeper dive into this.
Yeah.
Case. It's pretty. I think it's like multiple parts, but very good, especially when you're on edibles. But they revisited the tragedy. The documentary investigated the potential involvement of saffron and the eyewitness accounts about the kerosene smell and the group of men by the ride.
Yeah, that just seems super sus. I feel like that was definitely an arson job.
Yeah, right? I was like, there's no other way to go about it. I get the lit cigarette.
Could have been a thing, but
or the faulty
is
wiring. But if you're smelling kerosene, there's more here. And obviously in 79, they didn't have the forensic testing that they can do now where you can... find an accelerant
if they did,
and shit.
That dude was trying super hard to get it all covered up, so who knows? He could have gone in there afterwards.
Pay enough fucking dirty cops, they'll do whatever the hell you want.
Not like there's a shortage of them to go around.
Right. Fucking fucks. Ultimately, the miniseries called for a new investigation into the tragedy.
I agree.
Which is, find it.
Reopen that bitch. Do it right this time.
Right, exactly. Like, come on, have some fucking integrity. Thank you. I was like, I know.
I knew what your snaps were telling me the word.
I was buffering again. So now it is said that Luna Park is haunted as fuck.
I would not doubt it.
Several accounts have been reported. Disembodied voices, laughs, and screams. Ghostly fires, where like several people have been like, Luna Park's on fucking fire right now.
And then they go there and it's not.
It's not.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm. Talks of a bull-like demon that calls for child sacrifices.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that the site of the ride and the park in itself is possibly an entrance into the underworld.
I was just about to say.
Is that sick? I was like, what?
Okay, so the fire started because a demon came out of hell inside that
said,
building.
Children. I guess I'll take John too.
What the fuck, dude?
Isn't that crazy?
Weird. That's creepy.
I don't really know what to fully think of this case. It just makes me really sad that the lives of 7 people, especially 6 children were taken.
That always fucks me up.
For whatever the fucking reason, And like, again, fuck the original owners for neglecting to make the necessary safety precaution changes that they easily could have. You guys obviously had the money if you could keep the park up and running. Uh-huh.
But that's their problem, is they'd rather cut corners.
They wanted more profit. They didn't want to spend money. Yeah.
Fucking pieces.
Shitty, but... Well, that is the Sydney Ghost Train fire.
We could do an episode of fucking amusement park accidents and deaths.
Yes, because I've already told you about that abandoned Disney amusement park that's haunted as fuck.
Yes.
That'd be dope.
There's also that one ride where there's literally video of it where the kid, like, the cable snaps and it fucking cuts his leg off at the fucking knee.
Or like that one that happened here in Colorado. What was it, like last year, where that girl fell down that the ride shaft and what was it, Glenwood Springs?
I think I remember hearing about that. We Gucci gang.
But yeah, I think like a series on like haunted amusement parks would be a lot of fun.
There's also one I want to do. It's Disneyland again, but it was like a failed Disneyland neighborhood. It still exists.
Oh yeah, I know exactly.
You know what I'm talking about?
That dude fucking murdered his entire family and slept in the house for like weeks.
Yeah. That's where. Yeah, I want to do a story about that one. That one fucked me up.
That one's like, wild.
I still
expect that shit.
I'm most definitely gonna do an episode pretty soon of like random, absolutely useless facts, a la that fucking Beatles Lord of the Rings fact I told you earlier.
Yeah, why would John Lennon want to be fucking Gollum?
If you haven't heard of that, the Beatles were the first people that were ever going to make a live action Lord of the Rings movie. And John Lennon, I don't know, I believe he volunteered. Because I feel like they had to have been given a choice of who they wanted to play. And he chose Gollum. What the fuck?
My precious.
My precious. Yoko Ono was already getting into his head.
Yeah, she was like, I'll be the ring.
Oh my god, have you ever seen that video of... Oh, it's John Lennon. Who the fuck is the musician? I want to say it's like... Oh, that's not Jimi Hendrix. It's somebody else. Some other like famous Souls musician or like guitarist or something. And Yoko Ono. And John Lennon and the other dude are like playing like a legit good song. And then Yoko Ono comes in going... And just like does this like weird just... And you see the one dude's face. He just goes...
Shut up, bitch!
What is this bitch doing? But doesn't like miss a beat. I gotta find that video and show it to you. She was out there, dude.
Totally do that. Let me just troll him right quick, and I'm fucking out.
Fucking weird, dude.
That's so funny. What the hell?
That was such a sad story, though. Dude.
Yeah. It's crazy. I was like, how the hell I've never heard of this one before.
Well, that's like another idea I had where it's like just practices and policies that we've had in place throughout history that are like actually super detrimental to our fucking health and the environment and just, but we just ignore it because that's how companies have, existed and handled themselves forever. And it's just like, it's status quo.
Yeah. I don't know.
As they're pumping toxins into our fucking
turning
bodies.
The frogs gay. Bringing it back.
I saw you're fucking mean. Oh my gosh. So ridiculous.
Well, in the conspiracy video that we just did last week, go watch it if you haven't.
We just dropped it. Sorry for the delay.
Technical difficulties, whatever.
We fixed it.
But I found the meme.
You found the video I was telling you about?
Well, I found the meme. I couldn't upload the video. Our editor was being stupid.
Yeah. But it's his like bright red face.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't like that they're putting chemicals in the water. It's turning the frogs
gay. Freaking frogs gay.
I was like, I'm so happy I found it. So it's in there if you wanna giggle.
The day that dude's voice ceases to exist, that's the nicest way I'm gonna say that, is gonna be a good day for all of us. Like that's just one loud voice we don't really need. Mm-hmm. We got enough of those.
Good.
Well, that was...
Sorry. No, that was heavy.
But yeah, thank you for sharing. I literally never heard about that. And
I was like,
that's kind of one of those things that like got swept under the rug.
Yeah.
And many people don't think about it.
Absolutely. Well, and I also understand the fact that we didn't hear about it before because it's an Australian
it's also,
case. Yeah. Obviously we're in the United States, so
there's a lot of
it takes a while for us to learn about these things, but I feel like that one definitely needs a lot more attention on it because that investigation should be fucking reopened.
Absolutely.
And those original investigators and everybody else involved at least talk to.
Held accountable.
And why the fuck did you not talk to the eyewitnesses that were there that night?
Yeah.
What do you mean right now?
To wait, what,
that's
30, 40 years before
and that's
you ask
fucking
questions?
Laziness. Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. And eyewitness testimony is already super unreliable, and now you're coming in with it like 30 years later.
But
so
if it's,
fucking hard.
I feel like, certain people, when a traumatic event like that happens, they're going to remember every little thing. And then there's other people where it's like, it's too much for them to process, so their brain blocks it out.
My brain just fucking stopped working like
now
mid-sentence. Yeah, my hamster just fucking tripped.
Just like the haunted house.
What the fuck did he do? Well, whatever. My brain completely lost that fucking...
We'll find it another time.
I'll have to watch it again because I just can't remember.
Yeah. No, they pull some fuck shit. That's why I'm always... They pull some fuck shit. That's why you gotta be careful with who you give power to.
Oh.
I think they need to have like an intensive fucking psych eval. Before they can ever even touch a fucking gun.
I know for a fact that if I ever get taken into a police like interrogation room or whatever, I will not say a word until I have a lawyer in that room.
Yep, that's the best way to do it.
Yep.
Yeah, I've watched too much true crime to be fucking
because
ignorant
even if
about
I
the
am
entire
100% innocent, I'm stupid, and they will somehow get me to fucking trip up and say something that I didn't mean to or something. And
they're gonna take one of my jokes out of context.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeet me into a cell.
I told you what I said to the car dealer when I bought my old Mazda.
No.
Oh my god.
What'd you say?
So he's showing me the car, and he opens the trunk, and he goes, "Look at the size of this trunk. You could fit a body in there."
3.5.
Without missing a beat, I go, 2 or 3 if you cut them up right. And he doesn't say a word. He just kind of slowly closes the trunk.
This bad boy can fit several bodies for you, yeah.
I don't know why. I will never forget, because that was like the quickest thing I ever said. Oh, he didn't laugh, but I definitely left an impression. It was just
and a new car.
Oh yeah, I love that car. That thing lasted me a long time.
2 for 1, bitch.
Just like his face when I said that, he was like, "This is a serial killer."
You made the fucking joke.
I was just making. Sorry, take it too far all the time.
Yeah, we do have a habit of doing that, don't we?
Whatever, it's fun.
Fuck it. Anyway, hit us up on socials. Strange Narratives everywhere.
Please.
YouTube, Spotify, Facebook.
For
Instagram,
some reason,
TikTok.
I'm just gonna say, for some reason, it's still not showing up as Strange Narratives. If you type us in
to YouTube specifically,
I would say just keep doing it, and hopefully maybe that'll help change their system
algorithm.
or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
We have it all updated on YouTube. Like, it is all changed.
It's all changed. If nothing else, for whatever reason, if you lose our page, for sure hit that bell icon so you get notified and subscribe.
Yeah.
But you can hit our Facebook page, and we have direct links to both our Spotify and our YouTube. So that makes it a little bit easier.
Got most of the bases covered.
Yeah. Also, hit us up on our Gmail, strangenarratives@gmail.com.
Send us some suggestions. Send us some funny stories, feedback, anything.
Yep. We do eventually want to get enough episodes in of like personal stories and tales that we do episodes just reading those to you guys.
Where we're literally just reacting to the stories you're sending us, because those are...
It'd be a fun little...
that would be fun as
switch
fuck.
Up.
Yeah.
So definitely send in whatever you have.
Yep.
On that note, I think we're going to bag out.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Peace. No time. Boots and cats. Boots and cats.
Do you know Sandstorm by Darude?
Yeah.
Have I ever shown you that I can do that with my mouth?
Do it. All right now.
It's really hard because now I'm laughing. God damn it.
I'm not even looking at you.
I know. Shut up. I can see that bombastic side eye.
I still don't know what that means.
It's a meme. There's some he's got this really thick African accent or whatever, and he just goes bombastic side eye. It's different levels of side eye.
I'm gonna have to look for that.
Yeah, you gotta look it up. It's
TikTok.
really funny. I see it associated with a lot of cats, where it's cats giving crazy side eye, and it's just ever increase. It's really funny. You gotta look it up.
My oldest generation is fucking obsessed with that. I'm like, what does that even mean?
What does it mean? It's usually
nobody knows what it means.
It's because
but
everybody
gets the people going.
Everybody in their generation just has constant fucking bitchy side eye because they think they know everything, so they go whatever. Bitch, keep that bombastic side eye to yourself.
I'm fucking fighting for my life out here right now. I feel like a kid again.
I used to used to just randomly do that when we'd be like stuck in rush hour traffic. I would just start like beatboxing Sandstorm.
They're like, shut up, Raven.
Shut up! I'm like, I can't help it. I'm nervous. Bless you. Oh.
I was trying to say fuck you.
I
And I sneezed at the same time. She's wheezing.
She's wheezing.